Hi everyone, how are ya? As usual, I chew gum and I'm forgetting to take it out of my mouth before I start talking to you. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. So how have you all been? It's been I can't even think a week since I posted a video, but lately it's been kind of quiet. There's like been this waiting period, it feels like, or like there's times where I am trying to receive the next download or try to get the next message or, hey, what's cooking up there? Nothing. And then I thought, oh, well, this is probably my fault because I'm paying too much attention to like everything that's not so important. But then again, I'm looking at other people and their videos, and it seems like it's the same thing for everybody. It's like there's this quiet waiting period, and then it seems as though something will happen, and then it's all gonna get all high vibrational again. Um, I've been going through a lot lately. It's kind of discouraging. Like, I had a really close friend for 20 years, and he passed away 2 years ago, and it was his birthday on Monday, and I thought I was going to be able to be okay. Last year I was. When he passed away, I was. But this year something's a little different. I'm much more in tune and much more awake, and I can't help but feel sad because he was someone that I could always go to, or someone who I could always complain, or if I'm going through something I don't want to talk about it, he seems to be the only person to get through to me and then tell me to shut up. It was just a reminder that I know a lot of people, I know thousands of people, but there's not one person who does that for me these days. And I'm not making a video to have people feel guilty that they're not doing this. This is just someone's conscious choice to be there for someone is their own choice. And people like me, I have to accept that if people haven't stepped up to do it, people don't want to do it, people didn't, it's not their fault. It's not for me to convict and, condemn people. But it is kind of sad. And then, like, I don't know why I keep thinking that there's a such thing as a dating life when you are high frequency like I am. It just seems as though, like, every time I meet someone or come across someone in the recent couple months, it's either like I'm triggering, like the empath in me triggers something, and then their whole life comes out and it's not pretty, or I get yelled at for some weird reason and it's like I'm not provoking an argument, or this person wants me to be a different way but wants me to look the way that I am. It's just, I've been crossing so many different situations that have been making me feel a little bit sad and depressed because I don't know, it just doesn't seem like I fit in at all. I don't fit in, and I'm trying to find comfort within my own skin and trying to be okay with it. And sometimes when you're in tune and you're so fully aware of this journey, or let's say you've gotten a lot of downloads and messages and you have a deep connection to God, you do speak to Jesus, if that's your thing. You're walking the Christ conscious, spirit. You are the Christ conscious spirit. It gets very heavy. Like, it doesn't get easier. And I'll be the first to say that I told a good friend of mine today, because we were eating for lunch, because she was feeling me. She's like, maybe you need to go. Maybe we need to talk about what's going on. And so I just told her, I'm just sad right now. I'm just sad. I'm sad. I'm not depressed. I'm not upset. But then I'm looking at like channels like Higher Self, and there's like a shift going on where you just feel and you flow. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of true, because I'm always like trying to stay as positive as possible, and I try not to give in to the lower frequencies, because when I do give in to the lower frequencies, I attract toxic people and situations. So I guess like, because I haven't really experienced feeling low like this, I haven't really allowed these lower vibrations to allow me to learn and humble myself and ground myself. It's okay. And then if I feel like crying, I feel like having tears, it's funny because it would just start coming out. I used to never be that way. I used to always fight back my tears, because I always believe that crying's for punks, and I ain't no punk. Sorry for all the darkness. I'm actually driving through what we call rolling hills. So there are no street lights. It's only cars. And then I'm going to work, and it's just like, that's the only thing too. I love what I do for work. I love my job, but it is consuming. Like, people are coming to dump their energy on you. People are coming to hoping that you can fix their emotional problem. And I'm like, you guys, it's just an exercise class. Why does it have to be, why does it have to be utilized like it's therapy? I don't know. But I hope everyone's doing well. And these lower frequencies, they're very hard. It's very rough. Like, there's this whole time in making this video, I don't want to cry. My face is ugly when I cry. I'll do it when I turn off the phone. It seems like it's been the last couple months where I'm just very slowly, and that's not normally me. So, but I'm allowing it, and so I guess I'm making this video to share with everyone that it is okay to hit the floor. It is okay to, if you feel like you're trying not to be depressed, it's okay to take an imaginary shovel, dig a hole, crawl in it for 24 hours, and just be in a fetal position. This is my metaphor. Stay in that fetal position, in that hole that you dug with your shovel, for 24 hours, as long as you come back out of it. You got 24 hours. So for me, I thought it was going to be 24, and it turned to like 48 hours. So I'm giving myself till tomorrow to bounce back. But when you deal with loss, when you deal with grief, that's the hard part, because during the time of my friend's passing, I stood strong for everybody who fell apart. And I didn't give myself an opportunity to accept what was going on. And then, because I have a different journey than most people, I was with him passing through. It's a weird story, but in my dream state, I went with him to where he was going, because when you pass on, many people know this. Excuse me. People know this, like when you have a near-death experience, everyone has seen the tunnel, and there's a light at the tunnel, and sometimes there's these little steps that go up to this tunnel. The tunnel is not pretty. It's everything that has not gone through that white light. So can you imagine walking through something, and you have all these different entities that are reaching and touching and grabbing and whatnot? But I was with, in my dream, I didn't know who it was. I just know there was a male, there was a female, and I was in the arms of Jesus. He was really tall, and he was gliding. He was not walking. He had us levitating and gliding us through this tunnel, and the male went through, the female went through, and then he said, "Aaron, it's not your turn. You need to go back home now." And when I turned around from looking at this white light, he was gone, and I had to walk back through the tunnel by myself with all these ugly things. And the next morning I woke up, I had a fever of 107. That is stroke level. And it's weird because at that time, 2 years ago, I was on blood pressure medicine. And I knew at that moment, don't take it. Stop taking this blood pressure medicine. Because it was hurting. My body wasn't responding to it properly. And now people get, there's a what do you call, case settlement for high blood pressure medication because it causes kidney failure. I was smart. But going back to that morning, I had a voicemail that said that he had passed away. He was gone. And I already knew because I was getting the symptoms that some life form was draining. Like it was draining my life form. And I think sometimes when we're very close to people, you can really feel what they're going through emotionally or whatnot. So he was gone, and then 2 days later, his sister passed. So then there was the female in my dream state that I can confirm was her. So it's a very interesting story, but I was very much connected to that. So every time it's his death date or his birth date, I feel like crap because I'm going through it over and over again. Never gets easy. And then I had a horrible experience last week. I think I shared it with everyone. I had an Uber drive, and the customer put me in harm's way. And I've been going back and forth with Uber on the situation because they deducted money out of my account and claimed that I made the story up. And I'm like, how come and why would I make something up? You know, to that extreme where there was gang violence and, you know, oh God. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. But it's just been like this week has just been crossing a lot of different lower frequency situations that I'm just an audience to. And I'm not contributing my energy to it. I'm trying not to look that direction. Yeah, just funny. And then I got dumped. You know, I had supposedly a nice little date on Monday, and for some odd reason, I was just told to leave. I'm like, what? Why? You know, I'm just not feeling it. You know, I just thought, you know, I would have had a deeper connection with you. You sounded great. You know, we hit it off very well. And I'm just like, you already determined that in the 24 hours that we've been text messaging. So I'm just a hot mess this week. Anyways, I hope you guys are well. Sorry for rambling too much. I'll try to have something tomorrow. I have a really cool message about Allah, and I really, 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 really want to share it. But I really need to make sure all my facts are straight and the history that I have is correct before I put it out and offend the wrong community on accident. You know what I mean? But it's a good one. Anyways, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.